After the end of World War II,
Oh,
the
just by the
world was
voice
split
acting.
into two, East and West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
Call of Duty Cold War. Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. Not a Kojima game. Hopefully. You can hear me good. Let's tighten this up. I tried to put some mods on it. I don't know if it went well, if it worked, but hopefully, I don't know, man. I don't really know how to work mods. I just put it in the folder. All right, this is Alpha here. We're there.
Altitude 30,000 feet.
Line of
Approaching
Pakistan.
Soviet airspace.
20 minutes to drop off.
Commencing internal depressurization. Equipment check. Arm main parachute.
I'm supposed to have the HD
All right.
textures on.
You ready to go?
Drop zone still showing a high pressure mass. Cav okay.
Good. We've got high visibility.
Okay. We're airborne in there. Now I gotta get my thumbnail.
Put out that cigar.
Nah, who you
Connecting
talking
oxygen
to?
hose to interior connector. Put on your mask.
Hey, he really checking you. You finna slap me next? Put on your mask. Like, shut up, son.
Does this panty waste know what he's doing?
Okay, at least he ain't disrespect me. He say, put on your mask now.
Approaching release point.
I mean, it was still disrespectful, but
10 minutes to drop off.
Hey, are you deaf?
He said put out the cigar and put on your mask.
he ain't trying to do it. They think they was doing it with these graphics. What? All right, ready to go.
Depressurization complete.
Checking oxygen supply.
6 minutes to drop off. Opening rear hatch.
This is Snake Eater here. Ready for the drop zone. Approaching the woodlands.
Sunrise.
It's about that time. Early in the morning. So far, so clear. No enemy hostiles in
External
there.
temperature minus 46 degrees Celsius. 2 minutes to drop off. Stand up.
I'm with the U.S. Army here. Better get Solid Snake Eater. I don't think that's.
150 miles per hour. Try not to get frostbite from the wind chill.
Copy that.
1 minute to drop off. Move to the rear.
Activate bailout model.
This is one for the history books.
Oh yeah,
The world's
I'm on a
first
controller,
halo
bro.
jump.
They ain't let me use PC. You know I would have went stupid with
10
PC.
seconds to drop off. Stand by.
That's some bull though. Actually, think about it.
Status okay. All green.
I gotta use the controller. I'm not hitting shots for real.
Countdown.
She bad though.
4, 3, 2,
All right, here we go.
Spread your wings and
and fly. God be with you.
And I'm off. Ah. Hey. Hit a little back flip, front flip. Oh yeah. What are you feeling like? All right, I'm in the air zone right now. All right, Hideo Kojima, we get it. We get it.
Jack, I've got some important news.
You gonna
Head
tell
of
me
the
this
CIA
now?
has finally given us the green light for the virtuous mission.
My name Jack.
No,
What now?
the virtuous mission. The future of our Fox unit depends on it. If it succeeds, we'll be
So
officially
this is-
organized into a unit.
Snake.
Virtuous mission. Sounds like some kind of initiation ritual.
You know, don't get cocky. This isn't a training op.
Right. So what exactly is this wonderful mission?
Well, about 2 years ago,
Oh,
a
this is
certain
debriefing.
Soviet scientist requested asylum in the West through one of our moles.
Okay.
His name is Nikolai Stepanovich Sokolov.
Sokolov.
He's
Okay.
head of the OKB-754 Design Bureau,
He look like a
one
hoe.
of the Soviets' top-secret
He be
weapon
on
research
these.
facilities,
He like he
and
might
the
kill
East's
somebody.
foremost expert on weapons development.
Dangerous.
Sokolov. Isn't he that famous rocket scientist?
See,
very
yeah, he
same.
look like an evil scientist.
On April the 12th, 1961, the Soviets achieved the first manned spaceflight in history.
Really?
The Earth was blue, but there was no God.
Well spoken.
What are you talking about?
The rocket that carried Yuri Gagarin into orbit was the A-1, known as the Vostok rocket.
All right, following.
Sokolov is said to be the man most responsible for the multi-engine cluster used in that rocket.
Hey,
After Gagarin's flight, Sokolov left rocket development to become the head of the newly established Design Bureau.
From a lowly technician to head of a design bureau, that's quite a success story. So why do you want to defect?
It seems he'd become afraid of his own creations.
you think he Vegapunk with it? That's what's going on. You think
Call
he
it a
Vegapunk?
crisis of conscience.
And for that, he left his country and his family behind and went over the fence?
Not exactly. One of his conditions
they
was
caught
that
him.
his family was also to be taken safely to the west.
Oh, I thought they was wrapping him
Mole
up.
to get the family out first, and succeeded in sneaking Sokolov over the Berlin Wall shortly afterwards.
Okay, Burley, easy.
I was the one who conducted the operation.
Understood.
The security on the eastern side was still full of holes back then. Then what?
We got Sokolov over in one piece, but the whole ordeal had left him exhausted, and we checked him into a hospital in West Berlin.
A hospital.
It took him 2 weeks and more than 600 miles to get from the research facility in the Soviet Union to Berlin. He was in no condition to say anything coherent.
Okay, I'm following.
And it was only a week later
he got
that we
shot.
had something much bigger on our hands.
The Cuban Missile Crisis.
Okay.
October the 16th.
I don't know if this is real,
1962,
but
President Kennedy received word that the Soviets were in the process of deploying
It might be real.
intermediate-range ballistic missiles in Cuba.
okay.
The president demanded that the Soviets dismantle and remove the missiles. At the same time, he announced a naval blockade to prevent further missile shipments from reaching Cuba.
I don't know. Is this real?
But the Soviets didn't back down, instead placing their armed forces on secondary alert. Soviet transport ships carrying missiles continued on course towards Cuba.
Okay.
US and Soviet forces went on alert for an
They love
all-out
Cuba,
nuclear
don't they?
war. Frantic negotiations were conducted through the UN's Emergency Security Council and unofficial channels to end the hair-trigger standoff. Finally, on October the 28th,
They don't be
the
thanking,
Soviet
bro.
Union agreed to remove its missiles from Cuba.
What are you
So
gonna
the
get
world
from
avoided a
nukes, bro?
nuclear holocaust.
Everybody gonna blow up. Like that don't make no
But
sense.
in order to get the Soviets to pull their missiles out,
We had
had
to.
to make a deal.
Got
I
you.
mean the one where the US agreed to remove its IRBMs from Turkey.
What's the RABM?
No. The Jupiter IRBMs deployed in Turkey were obsolete, and we were going to get rid of them anyway.
They're
They had no
boats.
strategic value whatsoever to either the US or the Russians. The Turkey deal was a ruse, a cover story that was fed to the other intelligence agencies around the world.
So what did
Okay.
the Russians really want?
Sokolov. They wanted
Got
us to
you.
return Sokolov.
You mean the Soviets pulled out of Cuba just to get their hands on Sokolov?
That's right.
They finna make something
What the
big.
hell was he working on?
Freaking
At the
super
time, we
nuke.
had no idea. We were running out of time. It was either give up Sokolov or risk full-scale nuclear war. In the end,
just
we had no
GGs.
choice. President Kennedy gave in to Khrushchev's demand. The next day, I got Sokolov out of the hospital.
Man, he wasn't even
handing him
thanking
over
him
to
straight.
agents on the
He was
eastern
still
side.
asleep.
Sokolov kept on screaming, "Save me!"
Nah,
Just
you
once.
like oh anyway. Look at that glass right there. Ow!
Then a month ago, we received some new information from one of our moles.
Trying to get back out?
About Sokolov?
Hey, he can't stop.
Yes.
He don't
He
want
was
to be.
taken back to the research facility and forced to continue working on the weapon in question under KGB
They got that boy
supervision.
locked up. Get to work.
What's
Bow.
more, it's on the verge of completion.
So what kind of weapon is it?
This is when we come in and
Something to
stop.
do with space rockets?
Yeah, space
No,
nuke.
missiles.
Yeah, that's close.
Same technology.
I guess you're right. We don't know the details, but it appears to be a new kind of nuclear device.
Yeah, they can't
For
stop.
half a year now, the Soviets have been conducting frequent nuclear tests at
They trying to get-
Semipalatinsk.
Man,
Something
like, what
to
they
do
get?
with the weapon, I assume.
We're
They
talking
getting
about a
the
secret
nuke
weapon
stuff,
so
like-
big that Khrushchev was ready to pull out of Cuba to get it back.
They
Is
just want to
Sokolov
blow up
still in
stuff,
the
bro.
facility?
No, according to our intelligence, he's in Selinoyarsk, a place in the mountains about 3 miles to the west that's known as
Hey.
the Virgin Cliffs.
That's where we going.
The Virgin Cliffs.
But I ain't no person. What am I mama?
Nice name for a virtuous mission.
They moved him there just recently.
Why?
Now we gotta go save him.
Apparently, they're conducting a field test of the weapon, but it's our best chance to get him back. This mission would never have been possible if he was still in the research facility.
Okay, following.
This is our last chance. Sokolov must have known that too when he contacted us.
He don't want to be doing what he doing, huh? He's still a hard on. He look like one. All right, I'm in the air zone. Approaching the LZ. I'm going at a diagonal angle. Towards the ground. Yeah. All right, about to pull the parachute. I think I hear a helicopter in the area. Enough is enemy
Listen
hostile.
up, Jack. Your mission is to infiltrate Selino Yask in the Soviet mountains, ensure the
Gotcha.
safety of Sokolov, and bring him back to the west.
All right, copy that.
If we don't get Sokolov back before that weapon is complete, we'll be facing a major crisis.
I understood.
The clock is ticking.
It's all on me. On the parachute now. Oh, my parachute ain't better work.
Once we've confirmed the rescue of Sokolov, stand by at the recovery point.
That's pretty high,
The
don't you
recovery
think?
balloon will be dropped at that point.
GTI get closer.
Helium will be pumped into the balloon to inflate it. The process takes about 20 minutes.
Copy that. I really wasn't
Once it's
listening to what he was
complete,
saying.
the gunship's arm will latch onto the balloon and pull it up.
The Fulton surface-to-air recovery system. I'm familiar with the theory.
Oh, yeah, that's how y'all gonna pick
Take
me
it
up.
easy. It's been combat proven.
Oh. That
Do you
nigga
think
on. Why he
Sokolov
just
is up
now?
to it?
The shock will be less than during a parachute jump, and the arm can handle up to 500 pounds.
So you're planning on going over the border in a single combat Talon?
She's equipped with two 6-barrel 20mm Vulcan cannons, as well as two 40mm machine guns.
I see.
Sounds like she could hold her own against a battalion of tanks.
Even with the fuel in the reserve tank, we're facing a 4-hour time limit. If all goes well, it shouldn't take more than a few hours.
What, for me to get here and get
Only
out?
time for dinner.
Oh boy, it's
But if
crazy.
anything goes wrong,
Y'all
You'll
finna
be
pull up.
eating dinner, breakfast.
and all the rest of your meals in the jungle.
Oh, me. Hey, what's going on? I'm old. Nah. Why they both smile? They finna slide off on me. Oh, nah. Oh, nah. What's the point of on me, though? Like, what do they gain from holding me? They flew me all the way out here just to hold me. Oh. 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 Ah, my arm. My back. Oh. Oh. Ah. Barely made it alive. But I'm here. I'm gonna turn into a snake. Do it. Look up at me. Ah! What's up with this man? He in there like this. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You know I gotta get the thumbnails, right? Take it off. I am the snake eater. Ooh. You gotta calm down. Yeah, boy. Alright. I've just landed. Seems clear. Maybe upstairs nowhere to be seen. Hello?
Do you copy? You're already in enemy territory, and somebody might be listening in.
Copy.
From here on out, we'll be using code names to refer to each other.
Yeah.
Your code name for this
That
mission
boy
will be
look crazy
Naked
from the
Snake.
side.
I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on.
I'm
You're
a
not to
clothed
mention your real
snake.
name.
Snake?
What, you don't like snakes?
What do you mean?
You've eaten one before, haven't you?
In
What do you
survival
mean?
training.
I'm glad to hear that.
I don't know if I'd ever order one in a restaurant, but
Be careful, you might not have a choice.
what about you, Major? What should I call you?
Let's see. I'll
Major
be
Payne.
I'll be Tom. Call me Major Tom. This will be a sneaking mission. You must
Of
not
course.
be seen by the enemy.
Everybody want
You
to
must
sneak.
leave no trace of
I just
your
want to walk up
presence.
and shoot.
Is that clear? This kind of infiltration is the Fox unit's speciality.
All right.
In other words,
Sam Fisher.
weapons and equipment are procure on site. That goes for food as well. You're completely naked, just as your name implies.
Great.
Copy that.
Now I see why you asked me if I like snakes. I suppose calling me Snake was your idea of a joke, too.
No, there's a good reason for that. I'll tell you later when the time is
I'm
right.
finna snake somebody
Gotcha.
out. Orochimaru. Call me
Getting back to
Orochi.
the subject. How exactly am I supposed to feed myself?
You've been issued a knife and a tranquilizer gun. Use them to hunt
Knife?
for food.
I
You'll
ain't finna
also
fight
find
no
some
snake.
medical supplies in your backpack.
Yeah, about the backpack. I lost it in a tree on the way down.
Damn.
I see. Well, you'd better go back and get it then.
You gonna show me
You
where
know
it's
where
at?
it is?
Yeah, I
No
see it on
problem.
the screen
I
right
can
now.
see it from here. It's stuck on a branch.
Yeah, they showing me right now.
To climb a tree, stand in front of a tree
You gonna
that's
tell me
covered
press
in
what?
ivy and press the action button.
What the?
I'll be monitoring your progress over the radio.
You just told me to press
We can't
Y.
risk violating Soviet airspace, but I'll be in the gunship. My
Hey,
frequency is
you know he in the game.
140.85. I'll give you a call if I need to talk to you. If you need to talk to me, use the send function. Okay, Snake, go get your backpack.
Don't tell me I gotta start tuning and stuff by myself. What the? Guess this is how we getting through, huh? It's a snake. I got it. He doesn't.
I see you've retrieved your backpack, Snake.
Yes.
To equip a weapon, it's necessary to take it out of your backpack. In
Ah,
the survival viewer, choose weapon
he know
from
everything
the
about the
backpack.
game.
Your available weapons will be displayed in a window in the upper left. From that list, choose the weapon you want to equip and press the enter button.
Weapon is a cigar.
For other equipped items, just do the same thing from item.
Got it.
Ah.
Use the survival viewer backpack.
Yep, that's right.
All right, I'm gonna
Survival
follow.
is fundamental to this mission. After you've been out in the field for a while, your stamina will start to drop.
Okay,
If your stamina gets too low, it'll affect your performance.
understood.
You won't be able to shoot accurately, for example, and your wounds won't heal as smoothly.
That's when I gotta eat.
Keep an eye
Gotcha.
on your stamina so you don't run out. To recover lost stamina, you can hunt for local flora and fauna.
I don't know
You
what
can
that
use
means.
either your tranquilizer gun or your knife to hunt.
I'm gonna run
My
up on
only
him.
weapon is a Mark 22 Hush Puppy tranquilizer gun.
That's right. It's been fitted with its own suppressor.
You know what?
However, the
They
suppressor
put a
will
suppressor on a
deteriorate
trank
every
gun.
time you fire. Once its durability reaches 0, the noise suppression effect will be gone. So don't get too trigger happy with it.
Bro, he ain't
The
give me a
suppressor's
no.
durability is shown in the icon. Any weapons and equipment beyond what you're carrying now, you'll have to find as you go.
I have to find my own weapons and equipment. Whose crazy idea was this
This is on
anyway?
some, what is name?
Solo
Call of
covert
Duty
actions
timing?
are standard Fox operating procedure. You can't leave any traces of your presence. No weapons, equipment, footprints, sweat, or bodily waste. The same
Man,
goes for bullets
no
and
doo-doo.
cartridges, too. Your presence in enemy territory is already a violation of international conventions of warfare. There aren't supposed to be any American soldiers in Russia. It could spark an international
I
incident.
can't get caught for real.
Can't let anyone see you. You can't let the enemy know
If
you're
I do,
there.
I'm gonna let it fly.
This is a stealth mission. You're a ghost, Snake, in
I'm a
every
ghost?
sense of the word. And there'll be no rescue if you're captured. The military and U.S. government will deny any involvement in the affair.
Yeah, I
Then I'll
don't know
just
him.
have to take care of myself, huh?
I'm afraid so. You've been given a fake death pill for that purpose. SIS guidelines stipulate that soldiers on covert ops like this one be issued a potassium cyanide capsule. Tape it to your body so you can take it when you need to.
How generous of you.
A fake dead body.
Use it
pill.
if you're taken prisoner by the enemy. It'll send you into a state of false death for a short time.
Oh heck
Fooling them
no.
into thinking that I'm really dead. So how do I come back to life?
Just take the revival pill.
I'm supposed to
You
wake
mean
up from
that
that
thing
pill.
they put in my tooth before the mission?
That's the one. But be careful. If you remain in a state of false death for too long, nothing will be able to bring you back. Remember that.
So I'm
I'll
gonna die.
keep it in mind.
Somehow I'm gonna
You
know
said
to
this was a
take the
solo
pill
mission,
when I'm
right?
dead.
Right.
That don't make no
I
sense.
guess that means I can't count on any reinforcements.
Correct. The mission rests entirely in your hands.
A real one-man army.
Relax. There's a support team ready to back you up over the radio.
Yeah.
Who?
Y'all
I'll
snaking
introduce
me.
them to you. This time, survival is of utmost importance. The first member of the support team will be in charge of monitoring your physical
Hey, this
condition.
boy be yapping, not
acting
gonna
as
lie.
a medic, so to speak, as well as recording your mission data. She's a member of Fox as well.
Oh, she
and
bad.
She's here on the gunship with me.
That was so you was smiling at.
Hello, Snake. I'm paramedic. Nice to meet you.
Where is he?
Paramedic.
As in a medic who comes in by parachute.
Aren't you going to tell me your real name?
Right.
Are you going to tell me yours, Mr. Snake?
You trying to get
My
rid?
name, huh? It's John Doe.
Hey,
And they
off
call
of
you Jack
Batman.
for short. You're a regular Captain Nemo.
A name means nothing on the battlefield. After a week, no one has a name. What's your name?
Jane Doe.
Oh, heck
Very
no.
funny.
I wasn't joking, but I'll tell you my name only if you manage to make it back alive.
She's trying to be
My
okay.
frequency is 145.73.
I thought.
She's also in charge of recording your mission data. Whenever you want to save, send a message over the reserved save frequency. 140.96.
You know where I'm
So
supposed to remember
saving
this?
lets me record my mission data.
That's right. It also records the state of your health.
Good to know.
There's one more person I want to introduce you to, Snake.
Oh,
Speaking of snakes, you remember the boss, don't you? A legendary soldier and your mentor. Actually, it was the boss that got the DCI's authorization in the first place. She's going to be serving as Fox's mission advisor.
oh, it's two baddies in there.
Bosses.
She also helped me plan this mission. She and I were at SAS together.
Jack, is that you? How many years has it been?
Boss?
That's right. It's me.
I don't know who this is, but
Talk to me.
the music.
Let me hear your voice.
What happened, bro?
It's been 5 years, 72 days, and 18 hours.
Okay, they got the music in the
You've
back.
lost weight.
You can tell just by the sound of my voice.
Of course I can.
And she said,
I know all about you.
Really? Well, I don't know anything about you.
What's
Press.
that supposed to mean?
Press.
Why'd you disappear on me all of a sudden?
Ooh,
I was on a top secret mission.
don't let it fool you. She
You
capped.
didn't need me anymore.
But
Ain't
there
what
were
I
still
said.
so many things I wanted you to teach me.
No, I taught you everything you needed to know about fighting techniques. I taught you all
Hey,
I
this music
could.
booming.
The rest you needed to learn on your own.
She sound
Technique,
familiar.
sure. But what about how to think like a soldier?
How to think like a soldier? I can't teach you that. A soldier needs to be strong in spirit, body, and technique. And the only thing you can learn from someone else is technique.
Right.
In fact, technique
Okay.
doesn't even matter. What's most important is spirit. Spirit and body are like two sides of a single coin. They're the
Message.
same thing. I can't teach you how to think. You'll just have to figure it out for yourself.
I had to learn the
Listen
same
to me,
thing in
Jack.
lacrosse.
Just because soldiers are on the same side right now doesn't mean they always will be. Having
Gotcha.
personal feelings about your comrades is one of the worst sins you can commit. Politics determine who you face on the battlefield. And politics are a living thing. They change along with the times. Yesterday's good might be tomorrow's evil.
Is that why you abandoned me?
No, it
Amen.
had nothing to do with you. I already told you, Jack. I was on a top secret mission.
Hold on.
A soldier has to follow whatever orders he's given.
Top of the
It's not his
morning.
place to question why. But you're looking for a reason to fight. You're a natural-born fighter, but you're not quite a soldier. A soldier is a political tool, nothing more.
Yeah,
That's
like a
doubly true if
shinobi.
he's a career soldier. Right and wrong have no place in his mission.
Oh, we
He has
basically
no
shinobis
enemies
out here.
and no friends. Only the mission. You follow the orders you're
Kakashi
given.
wouldn't go for that.
That's what being a soldier is.
I do whatever I have to get the job done. I don't think about politics.
That's not the same thing. Sooner or later, your conscience is going to bother you. In the end, you have to choose whether you're going to live as a soldier or just another man with
I'm
a
just a
gun.
man with a
There's
stick.
a saying in the Orient, loyalty to the end. Do you know what it means?
Being patriotic.
It means devoting yourself to your country.
Man, heck
I follow
no.
the president and the top brass. I'm ready to die for them if necessary.
The president and the top brass won't be there forever. Once their terms are up, others will take their place.
Bro,
I follow the will of the leader, no matter who's in charge.
People aren't the ones who dictate the missions.
Then who does?
The times. People's values change over time, and so do the
true.
leaders of a country. So there's no such thing as an enemy in absolute terms. The enemies we fight are only enemies in relative terms, constantly changing with the times.
Man, she trying to give me a freaking lesson right now?
As
Okay.
long as we have loyalty to the end, there's no point in believing in anything, even in those we love.
All
And
right.
that's the way a soldier's supposed to think.
I ain't going
The
with it.
only thing we can believe in with absolute certainty is the mission, Jack.
All right, but do me a favor.
What is it?
Call me Snake.
Snake. Oh, right. Your code name is Snake.
Oh, she's
It
trying to
suits
call
you
you a
well.
snake. You snaked
That's
me
right.
out.
The legendary unit that the boss put together during World War II was a snake. The Cobra unit. A group of
Cobra
heroes that brought the
Kai!
war to an end and saved the world. As long as you've got a legendary hero backing you up, you'll be fine. Isn't that right, Snake?
Give me a choice.
I can't think of anyone else I'd rather have with me. Oh, and one more thing, boss.
Yes,
It's good to hear your voice again.
Okay, get Brizzy.
same here. After all, who knows if either of us will make it out alive? Snake, you are
me see
always
your
best
flicks.
at urban warfare and infiltrating buildings.
Okay.
But this is the jungle. Survival
kinda
is going to be
cool.
key. Those CQC
That-
techniques I
like a-
taught you are
like a
sure to come in
skeleton from the
handy.
Right.
CQC. Close quarters combat, huh?
Yeah.
I've been in the Green Berets for the past few years. I'm probably pretty rusty.
Not to worry. I'll be here to help you
Ain't
remember.
you gonna talk me through swinging on
After all,
people?
this is your
Yeah,
first
so what you wanna
actual
do is
survival
that
mission.
left or that right.
I'll be supporting you over
and
the
then
radio.
Get right with him.
Where are you, boss? Next to the Major?
The boss is communicating with us by radio from aboard a Permit-class submarine in the Arctic Ocean.
My frequency is 141.80.
Heck
Call
no,
me
I
if you
can't.
need my advice on battle techniques.
Can't
Gotcha.
remember all that.
Your mission is to retrieve Dr. Sokolov.
Man, I would not be
Dr.
able to make it
Sokolov is
back
being
in
held
time.
in an abandoned factory
I need a
located
piece
to the
of
north
paper
of
to
your
write that
current
junk
position.
down.
Avoid heavy combat and don't let anyone see you. Don't forget that this is a stealth mission.
Woo! Them boys is yapping.
Snake, try to remember some of the basics of CQC.
I know CQC. Throw hands, weave, throw hands. Oh, hold on, let me get your thumbnail. You never know. You want that? I see you want it. Your thumbnail right. Oh,
Commencing virtuous mission now.
approaching the area. Yeah, so I might be using mouse to keyboard instead. Okay. Binoculars. Let's get a read on them. Two enemy
Major,
hostiles there.
I've spotted 2 enemy soldiers.
They're probably KGB troops sent to guard Sokolov.
Cover that.
AK-47s and grenades.
AK-47s and grenades. Run up
Snake,
like a
your
charade.
presence in Soviet territory is already a violation of international
I
law.
remember, bro.
You can't let the Kremlin find out that the CIA and the American government are involved. Contact with the enemy is strictly prohibited. Don't engage them in battle either. This is a stealth mission. Got
Yo,
The Major is right.
They want
the
you to
point
shoot
of
with
this
square,
mission
bro.
is to sneak through the
3X.
jungle without being seen.
how's that possible?
The success of the mission depends on how well you use your camouflage. Change your camouflage by selecting Camouflage from the Survival Viewer. The Uniform
that.
option lets you pick your uniform, while the Face option lets you change your face paint.
Yeah.
Choosing camouflage that blends in with your surroundings will help you conceal yourself more effectively.
Copy, copy.
Also, don't forget that anything that moves
Oh,
will
oh,
stand
oh.
out in the jungle.
Oh,
If
he
you
started
just
running.
stand up and run around like an idiot, you're bound to be spotted. But if you crawl instead, you should be able to sneak by
he was
without
looking
being
dead at
noticed.
He said, hold on, I see that.
You can see how effective your camouflage is by looking at the camo index.
I'm
The
naked.
camo index shows how well your current camouflage blends in with the surrounding
like it.
area. The higher the value, the harder you are to spot, and vice versa.
Okay.
The key is to make yourself one with nature. Keep that in mind as you go along, okay?
Copy, copy, copy. I'm a snake. I blend in. Move up a little bit more. Enemy hostile is right there. Watch this. Ah. I'm saying, how many shots you gonna take? Enemy hostile down. We gotta get up, move now. Ah. He should be asleep now.
Just my imagination.
Okay, so that didn't hit for real. Oh, it did. Yo, they got a after. Oh shit. Ah. He gonna go to sleep. Don't worry. Enemy hostile. Sleep in 2 seconds.
Just my imagination.
All right. There you go. Enemy hostile down. Oh, fuck. Wow. He's gone. He gone. All right, I'm approaching. Uh-oh. Enemy hostile right there. We are in the jungles with it. I in the woodlands. I gotta hit him in the head. They go instantly asleep. Why would I put the bugs on if I can just shoot him in his head? Look, he finna hold somebody. Look how he's smiling. Ha. Tough. Now I gotta get your thumbnails, man. However we feeling. Moving up. All it takes is one shot. That's all I need. Watch this. Ah! Just like that. Maybe I'll start down. Got him. What the? Alright, he's down. Got 3 shots for him. Oh! I fall off. Ah!
Coolin' with my bros. If you're talking crazy, we send shots to your dome. Running squad deep with a blade, Naruto. Fucking with the ops, baby, that's a no-no. Fucking with the ops, we gon' let them posts blow. Sacred suicide, I'm a flex, I'm a boast.